Hello friends, myself Dattatreya Jadhav. I am from HM College Karad. We are today seeing one important examples on integration of trigonometric functions. Okay? तर यामध्ये तुम्हाला साधा आणि सोपं आहे बघा. ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिक फंक्शनचे इंटिग्रेशन काय आहे? तुम्हाला ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिक फंक्शनचे फॉर्म्युलेज फक्त माहिती असणं गरजेचे आहे. Otherwise the example खूप सोपे आहे. Okay? Starting with our first example. First example is here. Evaluate integration of tan square x dx. Okay? First integration of tan square x dx. Here is tan square x dx. Tan x is a trigonometric function, so example of integration is which type? Trigonometric functions. Okay, so here we can't write this as tan x bracket square, or we cannot find the integration of tan x bracket square as a integration of x raised to n. Yes, integration of x raised to n, x raised to n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. So integration of tan x square cannot be written as tan x cube divided by 3. Okay, why? Because here tan x is what? A trigonometric function. If there is a linear equation ax plus b, then and then we use the formula of x raised to n. Okay, so don't write this as tan x bracket square and don't integrate. Okay, so first denote the given integration by I. So let I is equal to integration of tan square x dx. Tell me the formula in which tan square x is there. Okay, tan square x is there. We know the formula for fundamental identities. 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta. Yes, you know the formula for 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta. So we can find here the value of tan square theta. Value of tan square theta is what? Sec square theta minus 1. Okay, so integration becomes I is equal to replace tan square x by sec square x minus 1. So integration becomes it's sec square x minus 1 dx. Inside the integration there is subtraction. If inside the integration there is subtraction, we separate integration sign with the dx term. So here integration of what? First term sec square x with respect to x, and integration of second term is what? 1 with respect to x. So integration of sec square x dx minus integration of 1 dx. We know the formula for integration of sec square x dx. It's tan x, or you can check whose derivative is sec square x. The derivative of tan x is sec square x. So integration of sec square x is tan x minus integration of 1 is, what is the integration of 1? It's x. Integration of 1 is x plus constant of integration c. Here is the first answer of the first example. So I is equal to tan x minus x plus c. That is integration of tan square x dx is tan x minus x plus c. Similarly, here is another example, second example. Evaluate integration of cot square x dx. Okay, it is much similar to previous example. Okay, integration of cot square x dx. Tell me the formula in which cot square x is there. Okay, so first denote the given integration, example of the integration by I. So let I is equal to integration of cot square x dx. Now we know that the formula for cot square x, the fundamental identity, third fundamental identity is what? 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta. Okay, 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta. So we find here the value of cot square theta, which is equal to cot square theta can be written as cosec square theta minus 1, which is equal to. So integration becomes I is equal to integration of cot square x dx. Replace cot square x by cosec square x minus 1. So I can write this as integration of cosec square x minus 1 dx. Here inside the integration there is subtraction. If inside the integration there is subtraction, we separate integration sign with dx. Okay, so here is the integration of cos x square x dx minus integration of 1 dx. Okay, we know the integration of cos x square x. Integration of cos x square x dx is what? It's or whose derivative is cos x square x? Derivative of cot x is minus cos x square x. So derivative of minus cot x is cos x square x. So integration of cos x square x is minus cot x. Minus integration of 1 is what? Integration of 1 is x plus constant of integration c. Here is the answer of the given integration. Okay. Remember one thing, for evaluating integration of tan square x and evaluating integration of cot square x, we use fundamental identities. That is 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta and 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cos x square theta. Remember it. Okay. Now we are going to solve another examples. Yes. Next example, third example is evaluate integration of sin square x dx. Evaluate integration of sin square x dx. Okay. First denote the okay. Here is third example. First, check out the example is of integration. Okay, so first denote the given integration by I. Let I is equal to integration of sin square x dx. Okay. Remember, we don't write sin square x as sin x bracket square because after that we can't use the formula for integration of x raised to n because sin is trigonometric function. If there is a linear equation, then you must use that formulas. Okay, or parameters. So think about this sin square x. In which formula there is sin square x? There are two formulas. First one is yes, sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. From first fundamental identity, we find the value of sin square x as 1 minus cos square x. We know the integration of 1, but we don't know the integration of cos square x. Okay, so we are not using this fundamental identity here. So another formula. Remember another formula in which there is a term of sin square x. Yes, the formula is of cos 2 theta. Look at here. We have cos 2 theta is equal to yes 1 minus 2 sin square theta. From this formula, we find the value of sin square theta. Okay, here what happened? Therefore, 2 sin square theta is equal to what? 1 minus cos theta. Okay, after that, there is only term of sin square x. So, find the only value of sin square theta. Sin square theta is equal to what? It's 1 minus cos 2 theta divided by, okay. Reason is cos 2 theta is equal to 1 minus 2 sin square theta. Then we find the value of sin square theta as 1 minus cos 2 theta divided by 2. Remember, these formulas are known as power reduction formula. These formulas are known as power reduction formula because here is power is what? Here power is 2 and here power is what? 1. Yes, 2 is greater than 1. That is 1 is less than 2. So here power is reduced. So we call these formulas are power reduction formula. Remember, while finding the integration of sin square x, we must use power reduction formula. Okay, so integration becomes I is equal to integration of. Instead of sin square x, I can write this as 1 minus cos 2x divided by 2. Okay, here 2 is constant. Here 2 is constant. If inside the integration there is a constant, so take it outside the integration sign. So taking constant outside the integration, 1 upon 2 is constant. Integration of 1 minus cos 2x dx. Okay, here again inside the integration there is subtraction. So we separate integration sign with dx. Okay, so it becomes 1 upon 2 into integration of, yes, integration of first term, that is 1, minus integration of second term, that is cos 2x dx. Okay, we know the integration of 1, which is equal to, that is I is equal to 1 upon 2 as it is into, tell me integration of 1 is what? Integration of 1 is x minus integration of cos 2x. Remember, derivative of sin x is cos x. So integration of cos x is sin x. So integration of cos 2x is, here 2x is a linear equation. So consider this as x. Integration of cos x is sin x. So integration of cos 2x is sin 2x divided by coefficient of x 2 plus constant of integration c. Here we use the corollary. If integration of f of x dx is equal to phi of x plus c, then integration of f of x plus b dx is equal to phi of x plus b divided by coefficient of x, that is a plus constant of integration c. Okay, it is our final answer of the given integration, or you simplify it as x by 2 minus sin 2x divided by 4 plus constant of integration c. Okay, it's our final answer of the given example, integration of sin square x dx. Okay, remember, while finding the integration of sin square x and cos square x, we must use power reduction formula. Okay, next, fourth example is evaluate integration. Fourth example is evaluate integration of cos square x dx. Okay, evaluate integration of cos square x dx. First, denote that integration by I, let I is equal to integration of cos square x dx. Okay, now in which formula there is term of cos square x? Yes, in fundamental identity. We can't use fundamental identity here. I have explained in previous example. In which formula, another formula, there is term of cos square x? Yes, we know that. Yes, we know that what? Cos 2 theta is equal to. There is another formula for cos 2 theta, which is 2 cos square theta minus 1. From that, we find the value of 2 cos square theta. Yes, 2 cos square theta is equal to 1 plus cos 2 theta. So, what is the value of cos square theta? Cos square theta is equal to, yes, it's simply 1 plus cos 2 theta divided by, okay. Now, I can write instead of cos square x, 1 plus cos square x divided by. So, here is plus 1 plus cos square x divided by 2. Here 2 is constant, take outside the integration sign. Separate the integration. Here integration of 1 is x and integration of cos 2x is sin 2x divided by. After simplification we get the answer I is equal to x by 2 plus sin 2x divided by 4 plus constant of integration c. Okay, it's very simple. Okay, remember one thing, while solving the examples of integration of sin square x and integration of cos square x, we use power reduction formula, or we find the formulas from double angle formulas of cos theta. Okay, next, fifth example. Here is the example, evaluate integration of cos cube x dx. Okay, fifth example, evaluate integration of cos cube x dx. In which formula there is term of cos cube x? Yes, in the formula of cos 3 theta. First, denote the given integration by I is equal to integration of cos cube x dx. Okay, the formula for cos cube theta is not cos cube theta. There is no formula for cos cube theta. There is formula for cos 3 theta. Yes, formula for cos 3 theta is equal to theta. Formula for sin 3 theta is 3 sin theta minus 4 sin 2 theta, and formula for cos 3 theta is 4 cos cube theta minus 3 cos theta. Okay, from this formula we find the value of cos cube theta. So 4 cos cube theta is equal to what? Yes, simply it's cos 3 theta plus 3 cos theta. Okay, 4 cos cube theta is equal to cos 3 theta plus 3 cos theta. So cos cube theta is equal to what? Cos 3 theta plus 3 cos theta divided by 4. So we replace here cos cube x as integration becomes I is equal to integration. I can write cos cube x as cos 3x plus 3 cos x divided by 4. Okay, so integration becomes integration of cos 3x plus 3 cos x divided by 4 dx. Here 4 is constant. Here 4 is constant. Take outside the integration sign. So 1 upon 4 is constant. Taking outside the integration sign, integration of which term? It's cos 3x plus 3 cos x dx. Okay. Now look at here. Inside the integration, there is addition. Separate the integration sign. So integration becomes I is equal to 1 upon 4 into integration of cos 3x dx plus integration of 3 cos x dx. Okay, 1 upon 4 as it is. 1 upon 4 as it is. Okay, find the integration of cos 3x. Cos 3x, integration of cos 3x is what? Integration of sin x, derivative of sin x is cos x. So integration of cos x is sin x. Consider that 3x as a x. Integration of cos x is, yes, sin x. So integration of cos 3x is sin 3x divided by, yes, coefficient of x, that is 3, because 3x is a linear equation. Okay, plus here 3 is constant. Take outside the integration sign, and in what's remaining here? Integration of cos x. Integration of cos x is what? Integration of cos x is again sin x. So 3 sin x plus constant of integration c. Here is the answer. Sin 3x divided by 4 3s are 12 plus 3 sin x divided by 4 plus constant of integration c. Similarly, you can solve the integration for sin cube x dx. Okay. Similarly, you can solve the integration for sin cube x dx. Here in let I is equal to integration of sin cube x dx. Use the formula for sin theta. Sin theta is equal to 3 sin theta minus 4 sin cube theta. Obtain the value of sin cube theta, and you can find the integration of sin cube x. Okay. So while solving the integrations of sin cube x and cos cube x, we use triple angle formulas. Okay, remember this thing. Okay. Next example is evaluate integration sin 2x divided by cos x dx. Evaluate integration sin 2x divided by cos x dx. Sixth example is here. Evaluate integration of sin 2x divided by cos x. When we see the example of integration, clearly it's symbol for integration. So first denote the given integration by I. So I is equal to integration of sin 2x divided by cos x dx. And now tell me which term knows you. Yes. We are familiar with sin 2 theta? Yes, we are familiar with the formula sin 2 theta. Tell me the formula for sin 2 theta. Sin 2 theta is equal to 2 sin theta cos theta. Okay, so I am writing here instead of sin 2x. Remember, here is quotient and there is no quotient rule in integration. Okay, so I can simplify the formula. Sin 2x can be written as 2 sin x into cos x divided by cos x dx. Okay, it's very simple. Writing sin 2 theta is equal to 2 sin theta cos theta means sin 2 x is equal to 2 sin x cos x. What happened here? 1 cos x get cancelled. What's remaining? It's integration of 2 sin x. Here 2 is what? Constant. So take outside the integration. 2 into integration of sin x dx. Okay, whose integration is sin x? Whose derivative is sin x? Derivative of cos x is minus sin x. So derivative of minus cos x is sin x. So answer is 2 into minus cos x plus c. Or we know the formula for integration of sin x. Integration of sin x is minus cos x. So 2 into minus cos x is minus 2 cos x plus constant of integration c. Here is the final answer of the given question. Integration of sin 2x divided by cos x dx. Okay. Next, another example is there. Yes, it's seventh example. Evaluate integration of cos 2x divided by sin square x. Cos 2x divided by sin square x dx. Okay, first denote the given example of integration by I. So starting in solution, let I is equal to integration of cos 2x divided by sin square x dx. एकदम सिंपल आहे. फक्त तुम्हाला फॉर्म्युलेज आठवले पाहिजे. तुम्हाला ओळखीची कोणती तरी टर्म आठवली पाहिजे. कोणती तरी ओळखीचा फॉर्म्युला आठवला पाहिजे. आता या एक्झाम्पल मध्ये पाहिल्यानंतर फॉर्म्युला आठवतोय cos 2x. ओके, so formula for cos 2 theta. Cos 2 theta is equal to, yes, cos square theta minus sin square theta. So we are writing instead of cos 2x, it's cos square x minus sin square x, because in denominator there is term of sin square x. Okay, so I can write this as integration of, replace cos 2x by cos square x minus sin square x, so it becomes cos square x minus sin square x divided by, yes, denominator as it is, sin square x as it is. On separating denominator we get its integration of, yes, cos square x upon sin square x. Cos square x upon sin square x. Cos upon sin is what? Cot. Cos square x upon sin square x what? Cot square x minus sin square x upon sin square x is 1 dx. Okay. Okay. Simplification is cos square x divided by sin square x is cot square x minus sin square x get cancelled. It's 1. Inside the integration there is subtraction. But we don't know integration of cot square x, but we know how to find integration of cot square x. Remember, while finding integration of tan square x and cot square x, we use fundamental identity. So fundamental identity is what? 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta. So cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta minus 1. So integration becomes integration of, instead of cot square x I can write this as cosec square x minus 1, and here is another minus 1. Okay, dx, which is equal to integration of cosec square x minus 1 what? Minus 2 dx. Inside the integration again there is subtraction. Separate the integration sign with dx symbol. So here is I is equal to integration of cos square x dx. Integration of cosec square x dx. Integration of cosec square x dx minus integration of 2 dx. Okay. Now take the formula for integration of cosec square x dx. It's minus cot x. Minus cot x minus. Okay. Integration of constant is constant into x plus c. So integration of 2 is 2 into x plus c. Or take to outside the integration. Integration of 1 is x plus c. Okay. Here is the answer of the given question. Integration of cos square x divided by sin square x dx is equal to minus cot x minus 2x plus constant of integration c. Next example, evaluate integration sin x divided by cos square x. Evaluate integration of sin x divided by cos square x. Okay, मी पुन्हा एकदा सांगतो, हे एक्झाम्पल्स खूप सोपे आहेत, अतिशय सोपे आहेत, फक्त तुम्हाला फॉर्म्युलीज आठवले पाहिजे. ओके, since it is an example of integration, so first let I is equal to integration of sin x divided by cos square x dx. Okay, look at here. Cos square x can be written as cos x into cos x. Cos square x can be written as cos x into cos x. So which is equal to integration of sin x divided by cos x into cos x. Okay. Tell me sin x upon cos x is what? Sin x upon cos x is tan x, and 1 upon cos x is what? Sec x. So it is integration of sec x into tan x. Tell me whose derivative is sec x into tan x? Derivative of sec x is sec x into tan x. So integration of sec x into tan x is sec x. So which is equal to sec x plus constant of integration c. Here is the answer of the given question. Integration of sin x divided by cos square x dx is equal to sec x plus c. Okay. Next example is evaluate integration sin x divided by 1 plus sin x. Sin x divided by 1 plus sin x. Okay. Since it is an example of integration, first denote it by I. So let I is equal to integration of sin x divided by 1 plus sin x. Okay. Look at here. In example of integration, if there is a term in denominator like 1 plus sin x, 1 minus sin x, 1 plus cos x, 1 minus cos x, sec x plus tan x, sec x minus tan x, we solve such type of integration by rationalization. Okay, multiply conjugate number of denominator. Multiplied numerator and denominator by conjugate number of denominator. Here in denominator there is term 1 plus sin x, and we know that conjugate of 1 plus sin x is 1 minus sin x. So multiplying by which term? 1 minus sin x. So the integration becomes sin x divided by 1 plus sin x into 1 minus sin x divided by 1 minus sin x dx. Okay, and put bracket there. Okay. Now look at here value. Sin x into 1 is sin x minus sin x into sin x is what? Sin square x divided by, here is 1 plus sin x into 1 minus sin x. We know that. Consider 1 as a, sin x as b, so it becomes 1 a plus b. Consider 1 as a, sin x as b, here is a minus b, and we know the formula for a plus b into a minus b. A plus b into a minus b, a square minus b square. So it becomes 1 square minus sin square x, or sin x bracket Okay, which is equal to integration of sin x minus sin square x divided by 1 square is 1 minus sin square x as it is. Okay, but we know that sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. And cos square theta is equal to 1 minus sin square theta. So 1 minus sin square x is cos square x. Therefore, it becomes sin x minus sin square x divided by 1 minus sin square theta cos square theta. 1 minus sin square x cos square x is on separating denominator. Okay, denominator separate kar do. Therefore, I is equal to integration. When we separate the denominator, we get the term sin x divided by cos square x, and I can write this as cos x into cos x. We seen in previous example. Okay, minus it's sin square x divided by cos square x dx. Now tell me 1 upon cos x is sec x and sin x upon cos x is tan x minus sin x upon cos x is what? Sin x upon cos x, sin x upon cos x is tan x, sin square x upon cos square x is equal to tan square x dx. Okay, we find integration of sec x into tan x. For tan square x, we use fundamental identity, which is equal to integration of sec x into tan x minus fundamental identity is what? 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta. So tan square theta is equal to what? Sec square theta minus 1. So I can write this as tan square x. I can write tan square x as sec square x minus 1 dx. Okay. Now inside the integration there is addition, subtraction. Okay. So here is as I is equal to integration of sec x into tan x minus sec square x minus minus becomes plus 1 dx. Okay. Now inside the integration there is a subtraction and addition which separate integration sign with the dx. So integration of sec x into tan x dx minus integration of sec square x dx plus integration of 1 dx. Okay. Tell me the integration of sec x into tan x. Integration of sec x into tan x is sec x minus integration of sec square x is tan x plus integration of 1 is x plus here is constant of integration c, which is our final answer of the given question. Okay, integration of sin x divided by 1 plus sin x dx. Okay, पुन्हा एकदा सांगतो, जर डिनॉमिनेटर मध्ये 1 plus sin 1 minus sin 1 plus cos 1 minus cos sec x plus tan x sec x minus tan x अशा जर टर्म्स असतील तर इव्हॅल्युएट करण्यासाठी इंटिग्रेशन तुम्ही फॉर्म्युला यूज करायचे नाही, तुम्ही डायरेक्टली कॉन्जुगेट नंबरनं मल्टिप्लाय करायचं. ओके, नेक्स्ट एक्झाम्पल, इव्हॅल्युएट इंटिग्रेशन tan x divided by sec x plus tan x. Evaluate integration tan x divided by sec x plus tan x. Okay. Solution. First we wrote the given example of integration by I. So let I is equal to integration of tan x divided by sec x plus tan x. Now, as I explained in previous example, while finding the integration of trigonometric function and denominator contains the terms 1 plus sin, 1 minus sin, 1 plus cos, 1 minus cos, sec x plus tan x, sec x minus tan x. we multiply numerator and denominator by conjugate of denominator. Okay, here is term in denominator sec x plus tan x. So we multiplied numerator and denominator by conjugate of denominator. The conjugate of denominator is what? Sec x plus tan x. Conjugate is obtained by just changing sign in between two terms. So it is tan x divided by sec x plus tan x, and conjugate of, yes, denominator is sec x minus tan x divided by sec x minus tan x, okay, dx. Put brackets there, sec x plus tan x, sec x minus tan x. Okay. Now look at here. After simplification, tan x into sec x. Multiply this to tan x into sec x minus tan x. Tan x into sec x, which is sec x tan x, minus tan x into tan x, it's tan square x divided by. Look at here. Consider this term as a and tan x as b. Consider sec x as a and tan x as b. So it is again a, it is b, and we use a plus b into a minus b. Yes, formula for a plus b into a minus b is what? A square minus b square. So square of first term, that is square of sec x bracket square, sec x bracket square minus tan x bracket square, okay, dx. Now which is equal to sec x tan x as it is, sec x into tan x as it is, minus tan square x as it is, divided by sec x bracket square is nothing but sec square x minus tan x bracket square is nothing but tan square x dx. Okay, look at here. We know the value of sec square x minus tan square x. Yes, value of sec square x minus tan square x is 1. Since 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta. Yes, we know 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta. So sec square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. So sec square x minus tan square x is equal to 1. So integration becomes sec x into tan x minus tan square x divided by 1. Don't write there, dx. Okay, we easily find integration of sec x into tan x, but to find integration of tan square x, we write tan square x as, yes, sec square x minus 1. Tan square x from fundamental identity, tan square x can be written as sec square x minus 1. So I is equal to integration of sec x into tan x as it is, sec x into tan x as it is, minus tan square x can be written as, tan square x can be written as sec square x minus 1, put bracket there, okay, dx, which is equal to integration of sec x into tan x minus sec square x, and minus minus becomes plus 1 dx, okay, which is equal to, inside the integration there is subtraction, addition. So we separate integration sign with dx symbol. So here is integration of sec x into tan x dx minus integration of sec square x dx plus integration of 1 dx. Okay. Now here is the formula for integration of sec x tan x. Integration of sec x into tan x is sec x. So it's sec x minus integration of sec square x. Whose derivative is sec square x? Derivative of tan x is sec square x. So integration of sec square x is tan x plus integration of 1 is x plus constant of integration c. Here is the final answer of the given question. Integration of tan x divided by sec x plus tan x dx is equal to sec x minus tan x plus constant of integration c. Okay. Another example is here. Evaluate integration square root of 1 minus cos 2x dx. Evaluate integration square root of 1 minus cos 2x dx square root of 1 minus cos 2x dx. Okay. First, in solution, denote the given integration by I. Let I is equal to integration of square root of 1 minus cos 2x dx. मी पुन्हा एकदा सांगतो, तुम्हाला ओळखीचे फॉर्म्युले पाहिजे. ओळखीचे फॉर्म्युले कोणते बघा. 1 minus cos 2 theta. We know that 1 minus cos 2 theta is equal to 1 plus cos 2 cos square, 1 minus cos 2 sin square, half of the angle. Here is 2 theta, 2 sin square theta. So integration becomes I is equal to square root of 1 minus cos 2x. Instead of 1 minus cos 2x, I can write 2 sin square x dx, which is equal to integration of, here 2 is constant. Okay, square root of 2 is root 2, and square root of which term? Sin square x means sin x bracket square. Okay, look at here. Sin square x can be written as sin x bracket square. Square root get cancelled. Integration becomes root 2 is constant. Take outside the integration sign into square root get cancelled. What's remaining here? Sin x dx. Okay. Now tell me integration of sin x. Integration of sin x is derivative of sin x is cos x. Okay. But integration of sin x is minus cos x. So root 2 into minus cos x plus c. So minus root 2 cos x plus c is the final answer. Okay. Just remember the formula for 1 minus cos 2 sin square, half of the angle. Okay. Next example is evaluate integration 1 plus sin 2x. Evaluate integration square root of 1 plus sin 2x dx. Okay. There is no formula for 1 plus sin 2x, but we can construct one formula. First, it is example of integration. So denote the example by I. Let I is equal to integration of square root of 1 plus sin 2x dx. Okay, I can construct the formula for 1 plus sin 2x. Look at here. 1 plus sin 2x is equal to, 1 can be written as cos square x plus sin square x, and sin 2x is nothing but 2 sin x cos x or 2 cos x sin x, which is equal to, consider cos x as a square plus sin x as b square plus 2ab, which is formula for a plus b bracket square. So it is nothing but a is what? Cos x plus sin x bracket square. Cos x plus sin x bracket square is cos square x plus sin square x plus 2 cos x sin x. Okay. So instead of 1 plus sin 2x, I can write here cos x plus sin x bracket square. So integration becomes square root of cos x plus sin x bracket square. Square and square root get cancelled because these are inverse processes of each other. So I is equal to, what's remaining here? Cos x plus sin x. Okay. Inside the integration there is addition. Separate integration sign. Here is integration of cos x with the dx symbol plus integration of sin x dx. Integration of cos x is derivative of cos x is minus sin x, but integration of cos x is minus derivative of sin x is cos x. So integration of cos x is sin x plus integration of sin x is minus cos x plus constant of integration c. So final answer is sin x minus cos x plus constant of integration c. Okay, let us see one last example here. Evaluate integration. Evaluate integration sin 4x into cos 3x dx. Sin 4x into cos 3x dx. Okay, first denote the given integration by I. So let I is equal to integration of sin 4x into cos 3x dx. Look at in this example, angles are different. Here angle of sin is 4x, angle of cos is 3x. Okay, so we use the formula. Which formula? We use factorization or defactorization formulas, but we use directly defactorization formulas. The formula for yes, we have to consider this as a 2 sin a cos b. Angles are different. 4x as a, 3x as b. Okay, and the term is sin a into cos b. Sin a into cos b असणारा आपल्याला फॉर्म्युला पाहिजे. Okay, so 2 sin a into cos b is equal to sin a plus b plus sin a. Okay, yes, you remember it. But there is only term sin a into cos b. Okay, so sin a into cos b is equal to what? 1 upon 2 into sin of a plus b. It is a formula for defactorization plus sin of a minus b. In first bracket there is addition and in second bracket there is subtraction. Or you can revise the formula from factorization formula. Sin plus sin 2 sin cos. Okay, like this, sin plus sin 2 sin cos. Now I can write sin 4x into cos 3x as yes 1 upon 2 into in first bracket there is addition, angles addition, a plus b, that is 4x plus 3x, which is equal to 7x plus sin. In second bracket there is subtraction, angle subtraction, a minus b, 4x minus x. 4x minus x is x. Okay, dx. Here 1 upon 2 is constant. Take outside the integration sign. Integration of sin 7x plus sin x dx. Inside the integration there is addition. Separate integration sign. 1 upon 2 into integration of sin 7x dx plus integration of sin x dx. Okay, which is equal to, that is I is equal to, therefore I is equal to integration of yes 1 upon 2 is constant, so 1 upon 2 into tell me integration of sin 7x. We know the integration of sin x. Integration of sin x is yes, whose derivative is sin x? Cos x derivative is minus sin x. So integration of sin x is minus cos x. Okay, so minus cos 7x, but instead of x there is 7x, which is linear equation. If linear equation is there, we use corollary. If integration of f of x dx is phi of x, then integration of f of x plus b dx is equal to phi of x plus b divided by coefficient of x, that is a plus constant of integration. So I can write this as integration of sin 7x as minus cos 7x divided by 7 plus tell me integration of sin x, it's minus cos x. Okay, plus constant of integration c. It's after simplification minus cos 7x divided by 2 7s are 14 plus minus minus cos 6 divided by 2 plus constant of integration c, which is our answer of the given question. Integration of sin 4x into cos 3x. Okay, तर लक्षात एक गोष्ट ठेवा, जेव्हा sin cos sin sin अशा टर्म्स असतील तर तुम्ही डी फॅक्टरायझेशन फॉर्म्युले यूज करायचे आणि त्याच्यावरून आपण इझिली ते प्रोडक्ट जो आहे कन्वर्ट करू शकतोय ऍडिशन सबट्रॅक्शन मध्ये. ओके, हो आज जे काही एक्झाम्पल झालेले ते तुम्हाला समजले असतील. थँक्यू व्हेरी मच.